Hi Land Rover lovers. Right, I think you can see the problem now. We have got a rear diff from a Discovery 2 TD5. The problem we've got, I wanted to change this seal. This was obviously in the vehicle at the time. I wanted to change the rear the pinion seal. But then when obviously we was playing around with this, trying to get this out, we actually found this has got so much play in that we actually just changed the diff in the end. But the problem was we couldn't get this locating pin out, which is where you got your donut on the top there, and the prop shaft goes onto there. Obviously that bolt shouldn't be there because we've tried to use that to wind it in to pull this out. Now this locator is probably about a thumb's width in, so about an inch or so into the flange there. We've tried everything. We've heated this up, we've put grease in there, we've put pullers, we've put a makeshift sort of temporary puller we've made out of it with a socket. I've looked on Facebook and there's someone else has put a pulley on there and they've pulled it off quite easily. For some reason this little blighter does not want to come out. So we've spoken to some transmission place up in Luton called Ashcroft Transmissions. Do you know what? Fantastic guys. What they do is, obviously we'll take the bolt out. That's an 8mm thread that goes into that part there. What they do is they drill that out with a 10mm tap. Is it 10mm? No, they drill that out 8mm, sorry, and then they screw in, obviously once you're down the thread, a 10mm bolt. Oh, look at that, eh? Quite strong and quite long. What you've got in the back of this, some of them have got nuts, but this one we've shone a torch in there, and you've actually got a large, obviously it's not the same size, a larger bolt than that. So what we're going to do, we're going to drill that out, tap it, hopefully it'll work, and then screw this bolt in, and hopefully if the vice holds this tight enough, this should come out. Haha. So I'm going to do some stages because of the I can't hold my phone and drill and stuff. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Welcome back. Okay, we've wound that little lighter out. So as you can see, yeah, we've just cleaned this up a little bit. So you've got a standard. Is it going to focus? You've got a standard. What's that? That's an 8mm thread. It's just, has it focused up yet? So you've got a standard 8mm thread through there, and we've got to increase it to a 10mm to get that blighter in there. Because if you try and screw that in there, obviously it's dirty now, you'll probably end up snapping that bolt. So that's why they say. So here we go. I'm going to drill this out first, and let's see what happens. Okay, guys, right. I don't know if you can see, if we just get a torch in here. I've drilled that out now to an 8.5mm. I think the tapping size, it said for the should have been sort of an 8.9, but they don't do an 8.9, so hopefully I've drilled that out enough to obviously I'll clean that up, to tap. Anyway, next step, tap a new thread, and I've got to work out the size. I've got all the taps and dies there, so I'll come back to you in a sec. Alright. Okay, right, there we go. As you can see, I started tapping now. It was a 10mm thread, and it was a 1.5 pitch. So if I can do this with one hand, where's it gone? What are we going to do in these videos, as you can see? So I've actually put some good old WD-40 because I haven't got any special cutting compound to put on here. But basically, we just turn it in half a turn, back it off a quarter of a turn, just to get all the muck out. I can see what I'm doing with the camera now. I'm trying to do this in one hand. It's not not easy. Right. Right, here we go. Get in there, my son. I do apologise for this. I'm not doing this right. I think my lovely black gloves. Oh. Right. Right, in we go. Right, so yeah, you get the gist. What I'll do is I'll finish this off and then hopefully bolt in, part out. Right, come back to them in a sec. Well guys, so much for that working. Well, I screwed that bolt in there like that. It got wobbly. That was some force. Now I'm thinking maybe the bolt may be a bit too long, so I'm going to try and cut it down again. Cut it down so it's just long enough. And if that doesn't work, we're going to go to I think it's a 12mm, I think. That, you won't bend that bugger. So, anyway, I'm determined to get this thing out. Right. Damn thing. Right, back in a bit. Okay, right, I think I worked out why this bolt, I don't know if you can see at all, the thread's damaged on there. I didn't, silly me, wind this in enough to cut the thread. So I've gone all the way in now. You can see how deep the cutter's gone right in. So that's, well, hopefully try again. I've got a spare bolt, and if not, then we'll go to the larger size. So here we go, here she comes. As you can see, I've had to clean up a few times. Good old W40. Let's just take that pin out the way there. Right, let's wind this out. God, you can see how far they've gone in. Right, so yeah, we've gone in right almost to the end there. So with depth gauge, let's show you how far we've gone in. That's as far right to the actual nut at the very end. So that's how far you had to screw in. Right, so what we're going to do now, just swap hands so I can wash this out again. Where is it? Wash all that muck out. Give it a good clean. Like washing your teeth. That's that. Right. Right size bolt. It's not easy doing this one-handed. Right. Screwy, screwy, screwy. In it goes. Right. Now, live. I'm going to try this a bit again. I'll try not to swear as well. So. Right. Let's just try and get this focused on there. So I'm trying to hold the hammer in one hand. Okay. I know it's a bit shaky for now because I haven't got to the end. Okay. Ooh, this one, that's gone tight now. Right. Oh, I hope this little bugger works. Ah, yes. I don't know if you can just about see. I'll try and do it so. See the shoulder? She's moving. I'll just give you a nice. Try and get you close up of that. Focus. Come on, camera. Oh, my hands are shaking now. There it comes. There it comes. See, it's definitely moving. And she's out. There you go. There we go. Ooh, all that grease. See, inside. Oh, she's full of grease because we've done it. But there's your. There's the nut you're pushing against. I should be a swap when you get that out of there. So yeah. That's it. See, I told you it goes in roughly. Well, actually, it's more than a thumb, but that's actually more than an inch, really, isn't it? Cause, but yeah, it's about a thumb's worth because not all of it's in there. So yeah, thank you to Dave at Ashcroft Transmission in Luton for giving me that idea. Obviously, it would have helped if I'd have put a tap all the way through. But as you can see, so the only special tools you'll need are obviously you'll need a an 8.5 drill bit. Drill bit's over there somewhere. 8.5 drill bit, which you can get from any hardware store, and a, can't see what size it is on there. Can't see it on there. But yeah, that's a standard 10mm thread tap, and it's 1 point. I think it says, you can't see it, but it says 1 point. It's just there. It's just there. It's 1.50 is the thread size, and then you get yourself a normal, preferably hard steel. What length was that, would we say? Well, you can see the size of that. It used to go in about 4 inch size. I think that was actually 100mm. Yeah, because I think that's the bigger size. So that was 100mm from tip. Obviously, that's too wide, and they're the same size as well. I used. So obviously that one's now. Throw that in the bin. And yeah, so drill it out to a 8.5mm thread size, and then tap a 10mm in there, and wind it out. I knew I'd get it done. Obviously I can get the seal done now. Lovely. Okay guys, hope that's helped. Cheers.